In today's tutorial we have 3 sizes of hats, and the title of this video is indicating what size we're working with today. We have the 2 to 4 of age size, we have the 8 to 10 years of age size, and then we have an adult size right here. These are called the Ridges Family Crochet hats. They are quite easy to make, and again the title of this video is indicating which one that we'll be working with today. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today's tutorial we are going to work on the Ridges Family Crochet hat. This is 8 to 10 years of age. You're going to need a 5mm size H crochet hook today, and also Caron 1-pound yarn. You can get 8 of these hats out of 1 ball of Caron 1-pounders. Let's get on with today's tutorial. So let's look at the pattern quickly together, and you're going to notice that all 3 dimensions or sizes of these hats are available on one pattern. So it's only 1 page, just like so. So you're going to notice that each one of the instructions are available in a different color when it comes to doing the instructions here. So don't let this confuse you, because not everything that you need to do over here applies to every one of the sizes. So the 2 to 4 is represented by this color, and it says that 1 ball of Caron 1-pound can do 11 hats, 8 to 10 years of age can do 8 hats, and then the adult can do 6. So you're just matching the colors. So when you're going to do these instructions, it's gonna say as we start, and it's got the 3 digits there. So you just do the color that is the size that you want. So say you want to do the 2 to 4 size, and you know that the 2 to 4 size is this color. So when you go to chain, you just look at the what color that you want to do. So it's 54. In the next round it's then 54 again. But you'll notice that some instructions have nothing like that in there. So that just means that you apply these instructions to no matter what size of the pattern that you're doing. And when you come back then to round number 3, it says repeat rounds 2 and 3, and then it will say what the numbers are. So 2 times is the 2 to 4, 3 times is the 8 to 10, and 4 times is the adult. So you just got to follow the instructions, looking for these particular colors in the instructions in order to tell you what to do. Another thing about this pattern that you should be aware of, we're used to doing hats always from the top, working our way down to the forehead. This one we're going to work from the forehead going all the way to the top of the hat. Now what you're going to notice in this particular one is that, and it might just be me, but it could be you as well, is that I love working on hats because you can get like halfway down and then it slows down and then you can get to your final steps. This one here, it starts off slow in the sense of crocheting, but as you work your way up it gets faster and faster and faster as you make your way to the top of the hat. So it's a bit backwards in the sense of timing, so you're gonna invest more time right up at the front of the project, and then as you get halfway through it's gonna get faster and faster. So if you look at it from that perspective, because I know you're gonna start and you're gonna say, man, this hat's taken forever, but it does speed up as you get closer to the top, and just be aware of that. So let's start by chaining 60 for the 8 to 10 years of age. I'm gonna show you a little trick. I'm only gonna do 10 to start, just so you watch. So we need to do a total of 60, but watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is, I learned this trick on the Crochet Cruises, and a fan showed me. So they take off the hook, okay, and they insert the hook into the bottom of the chain like this and put this back on. So now what they're going to do is that we're going to continue to chain. Just ignore this on the hook, and what this does is it allows you to grow this chain and it doesn't twist, and it really does work. So you can go like so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So when you get all the way to the end, then this chain is not twisted. So do all the way to 60 for me, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. So now I have my chaining of 60 on the hook and it's still in, and all I just need to do to finish this off is that I yarn over and pull through both loops, and this will make it so that the ring is not twisted in any way. It's actually a great little idea and tip, and I should have been using this for years, but of course you don't know these things. So let's begin round number 1. Starts off really simply, chain 1, and we're gonna just come into 1 strand into the chain itself and just do single crochets all the way around. Okay, so when I meet you back here, I'm just gonna make sure that our chain is not twisted. We'll talk about that, and then we'll fasten off, or sorry, we'll just finish off the round, and then we'll move on to round number 2, and this is the most critical round to make sure that your chain is not twisted. So I'm coming up all the way around, and I wanna make sure that my chain is not twisted, so I wanna just kind of eye it out here, and sometimes it's really not twisted, it's just a matter of how I'm looking at it. So looking at it here, okay, there we go, there it is. Okay, so I can see that it's gonna be flat, and so you wanna make sure before you're joining it to it that you wanna make sure that it is not doing a weird twist. And I'm single crocheting right to the end, and then I'm joining it to the beginning single crochet. Okay, so I wanna verify that it is not twisted. See, it's not. Okay, so now we're going to move up to round number 2. Now round number 2 and 3 are going to be repeated several times in this particular pattern, and on a piece of paper that I have the repeat patterns once we get here, but we need to do it first before we can even worry about this. So let's do round number 2. In round number 2 we're going to chain up 2, and that does not count as a stitch in this particular pattern. We come down, and if you're new to crochet, that a stitch is made up of 2 strands of string. Okay, the first strand is the front loop, and the second strand is the back loop, and together they make up what is called as a stitch. So you want to half double crochet in the back loop only. So wrap the hook going into the back loop only, and then pull through, and then pull through all 3. And you want to do a half double crochet in the back loops going all the way around. So just dive into that back, and as soon as you do the first one, the rest of them pretty much are easy. It's just ready for you to do. So round number 2, which you'll be repeating again in the future, is just strictly half double crochets in each one of the back loops of the stitches below. Okay, so please do that for round number 2. So I'm finishing up round number 2. Again, it's just half double crochets in the back loop going all the way around. Making sure that you do not add any extra stitches by accident. How many stitches do you think you have left? You have actually 1. See how this extends into this one? So people automatically think that that's part of a stitch, but of an empty stitch, but it's not. It's part of this one. We're going to join it to the top of the beginning half double crochet. So that was round number 2, which you'll be repeating again in the future. So let's move up to round number 3. So round number 3 is just going into the same stitch where you did the join. It's just a single crochet into each one of the stitches going all the way around. So rounds number 2 and 3 are very easy. Just half double crochets into the back loops for round number 2, and then in single crochet into the round number 3. So I'm gonna just join you back here at the end of this round, and then we're gonna talk about the number of repeats that you need to do, and then you can join me back here to start decreasing on the crown area, and I'll be talking about that after we get this revolution done. So I'm coming up all the way around, and it's just single crochet right into the end. Okay, remember this one extends into this one, so therefore it's not a stitch. So we're just gonna join it, okay, and finish like that. So now what I need to show you is that we need to repeat rounds number 2 and 3 several times. I wanna show you the mistake I did on the prototype because I was confused and because I wasn't reading the instructions properly, and I wanna show you that so you don't make the same mistake as I did. On my original prototype that I did as a practice, I noticed at the end of my project I had this one section right here that was longer than the rest. Like it was taller, and I was like really confused because I thought I had read the instructions good enough, but apparently I didn't. And you can see that these are all equal in heights except for this one nasty one right there in the middle. And I thought I had done everything right. I actually thought the pattern might have been wrong as well, but it was me. And the reason for it is that the mistake that I made was not finishing the instruction right here. So I'm gonna have you repeat rounds 2 and 3 several more times, 3 more times for this particular size. So on a piece of paper I've written here that I need to repeat it 3 more times. So 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and 2 and 3, and then it says plus 2 again. So I need to do round number 2 again because it says repeat second round once. Okay, so my mistake that I had done is that I repeated several times, and I didn't see this because I don't know, selective reading or something, and I just went down here. So I ended up with 2 rounds that were single crochets in a row, therefore making those ridges look like they're out of balance. So what I want you to do at this particular point in the tutorial, and I'm gonna leave this for you, repeat rounds 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and then just do number 2 again, and I'll meet you back up here and we'll start shaping the crown together. So just a quick review, you need to chain 2, back loop only of half double crochet for round number 2 again, and just half double crochet in the back loops, and then number 3 is just single crochets around, and you need to repeat that from what I just talked about just a few moments ago. So please do that, and I'll meet you back here when all of that's done, and we'll start shaping the crown together. So I'm now ready to move on in this pattern. So I've done my repeats, and I'm making sure that I finish off with row number 2 as being my final. Okay, before we move on, let me show you something in the pattern here that you need to be aware of. So we're going to do shaping of the crown right here in the bottom, and we're going to be concentrating on the gold numbers here when there is a specific information. Once we get on to the 5th round, all of the rest of the rounds match all of the other hats anyway. So it's just a matter of looking at rounds 1 and 3 for being unique, and then the rest of them are following in line. You're gonna notice second row and alternative rounds, and you're gonna notice that there is 4 missing, and 6 is missing, and 8 is missing. And this says second round and alternative rounds. So instead of the designer rewriting this exact same thing in between, you can notice that it jumps from 3, 5, 7. So you have to put this in between. Okay, so in round number 4 this is the same thing, in round number 6 this is the same, in round number 8. So once we get 8 done, then the remainder of the hat then finishes off quite nicely. So if you're thinking that instructions are missing when you're looking at the rounds, in fact it's right here. It's in between. So let's begin to do round number 1 of shaping the crown. In round number 1 we're gonna chain up 1, and we're always going to do the decrease until we get to round number 10 of all in the single crochet rounds. So every time we do half double crochets, they are simply just 1 half double crochet into each, but it's the single crochet lines that we're going to do decrease. So we've just chained 1, and we're gonna put 1 single crochet in each of the next 8, which includes this one. So it's 1, and count it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're gonna put 2 together. So it's a decrease single crochet 2 together. So just insert your hook into the next stitch, pull through, insert your hook again into the very next stitch, pull through, and now pull through all 3 loops, and 2 stitches just became 1. So let's just do a reminder of this pattern for this round is that it's 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then the next 2 are together. So please do that all the way for round number 1 of shaping the crown. So that same pattern. As you come up all the way around, the last 2 stitches will be 2 together, and that's just keeping in line with the 8 being in a row, and then the final 2 are together. So if you're missing a stitch at this point, you can just fudge it here. This is where you would make it or break it in order for the rest of the hat to be in line. So for example, say you had only 1 stitch left, you did all 8 and you only had 1 stitch instead of 2, I would just do 1 single crochet into that one, then join it, because that's what you're doing here. You're making 2 stitches into 1 anyway. So this is where you would make it or break it. Please join with the beginning single crochet. So round number 2 is an alternative round, and every time we do this in round number 2, 4, 6, and 8 who do we appreciate? We're going to chain up 2, and we're just gonna do 1 half double crochet into each stitch going all the way around. So on these alternative rounds until we get all the way to number 9 for the round, we're just putting in 1 half double crochet. So the single crochet rows are the ones that we're doing the decreasing to shape the crown. So please do this for round number 2. We'll see you back here in just a moment to start round number 3. So I'm coming up all the way around. It's just half double crochet in the back loops only for round number 2. So let's move along to let's join it to the top at the beginning, half double crochet, and move along to round number 3. So round number 3 we're gonna do a decrease again. So we're gonna chain up 1, and we're gonna do the first one. So first 6 are gonna be single crochets. So 1, 2, sorry, I have to say it, the first 7. So 1 and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then the next 2 are together. So this repeat round is 7 single crochets in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then the next 2 are together. So please do that same idea going all the way around. So 7 in a row and then 2 together. Okay, I'm finishing up round number 3. The final 2 are together if you're keeping it in balance with the pattern. So just join it. So round number 4 is an alternative round, so chain up 2 and then just 1 half double crochet in each of the back loops going all the way around for alternative round number 4. I'll see you back here in just a moment. Finishing up round number 4. This is an alternative round, half double crochet in the back loops, just join to the beginning half double crochet at the top. So let's move on to round number 5. Round number 5 is the same for all of the hats, doesn't matter what size, but let's review. 1 single crochet, so chain up 1 first, 1 single crochet in the next 4, so that counts as 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then the next 2 are together. Okay, so that's the repeat pattern for this one. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the next 2 are together. Please do that all the way for round number 5. Finishing up round number 5, the final 2 are 2 together, keeping in line with the pattern. And now let's go up for round number 6, which is an alternative round once again. So chain up 2 and then half double crochet in each one of the stitches going all the way around, and that is round number 6. So please do that all the way around for round number 6. Okay, I'm finishing up round number 6. It's an alternative round of 1 half double crochet in each back loop going all the way around. So let's just join to the beginning half double crochet and move up to round number 7. Round number 7, chain 1 and it's 3 stitches in a row. So 1 single crochets, so 2 and 3, and then the next 2 are together. Okay, so the repeat pattern on row number 7 is 1, 2 and 3, and the next 2 are together. Please do that all the way around for round number 7. Finishing up round number 7 is just the last 2 are together, and then let's just join to the first single crochet, and this is the last time you'll do the alternative round for number 8. It's chain up 2 and 1 half double crochet into each going all the way around. So please do that. That's the last time you'll be doing that, and you'll notice the instructions pick up from 9, 10 and 11 to finish this off. So we're pretty close to completing this particular hat. So continue to do this 1 half double crochet in each stitch going all the way around for round number 8. Finishing up round number 8 with just 1 half double crochet in the back loops and join to the top of the first half double crochet. So let's go on to round number 9. So you'll see that the hole is starting to really come in nice and tight to the top. Round number 9, let's chain up 1 and we're gonna do 2 single crochets in a row and then 2 together. So 1 and 2 and the next 2 are together. Just like that. Okay, so this repeat pattern for this round is 1 and 2 and the next 2 are together. Please do that same thing going all the way around for round number 9. Round number 9, finishing up, the final 2 are 2 together, and then you just join it to the top of the first single crochet. So round number 10, let's continue to go. So round number 10 we're gonna do half double crochets 2 together, and let me show you how to do that. So we're gonna chain up 2. Remember that doesn't count as a stitch, and we're going to do the first one right directly underneath as a back loop as a regular half double crochet, and the next 2 are gonna be 2 together. Let me show you how to do that. So you're gonna wrap the hook going into the back loop only, pull through and leave that on your hook. Wrap the hook again going into the next one, pull through, leave that on your hook. You have a total of 5 loops, yarn over and pull through all 5. So that's a half double crochet 2 together. So the next one is a half double crochet by itself, and the next one is 2 together again. So wrap in, pull through, wrap into the next one, pull through all 5 loops, and so 2 stitches just became 1 with half double crochet. Please do that same thing going all the way around. So the next one is by itself and then 2 together, by itself and 2 together. So the last 2 are together with half double crochets for round number 10, and then we just join to the first half double crochet that we started with. So let's move along to round number 11. You see the hole is much smaller now, and let's begin round number 11. It is the final round. Chain up 1 and we're gonna do 2 together all the way throughout the whole time we're going around. So put 2 together, so the next 2 are together, and then the next 2 are together. Okay, so continue to do that all the way around, and I'll show you how to close it off at the end. Once you get all the way around, just join it to the beginning 2 together that you started with, and now this is it. So you still have a hole that's left, and what we want to do is cut the string to be about 12 inches long. And I want you to pull that string through the final loop. Okay, so you can still see that you have a hole in the top of the hat. So grab a darning needle at this point, and what I want you to do is like a clothesline. I want you to pick up all the stitches with your yarn. So just going in and out of the stitches. Okay, just around like a whip stitch. And I get this sick joy out of out of pulling it all at the same time, so I don't pull it tight as I'm going across. I'm making sure I catch all the loops first. So there's just a few loops there to catch. Okay, and I go all the way back around so I get the first one once again. Okay, so now that I have it all into the loops, I just simply pull tight, and it just brings that all to a complete closure. So now what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna turn it and go across the top like this. I go across the other way diagonally. So I just go a couple times. I don't worry about it too much. Okay. So now what I want to do is carefully just insert the hook down in, and I want to just carefully grab it on the inside of the hat. Okay, and turn this hat inside out here. And now I want to capture the string on the inside of the hat and tie it. So just using your needle just to kind of force it to tie into itself to a knot. Therefore the loose string will be on the inside. And I'm just gonna do one more time. Going in. So now I can just trim that, but I'm not quite done yet. So I'm gonna come back to the edge of where I started. This is the starting strand, and I want to put my strand into a needle, and it never will fall out if you go in 3 different directions. So I'm just gonna go in for about an inch. Okay, I just underneath the fibers pull through. Okay, coming in, going back in the same direction, but I want to go in a different set of fibers, and then I want to go back one more time in a different set of fibers. Okay, so if you go in the exact same path, it'll just completely fall out on you. So then you can just trim it right down to your work, and you'll never see the starting. And this is how you complete this hat. This is 8 to 10 years of age, and I've already done the videos for the 2 to 4 age. And so if you look at the 2 to 4 age, you can see that there's quite a difference between the two. If you put them up, this one is taller and it's also wider. So this is how you do this particular pattern. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy. There is the slip stitching line that's on the back of the hat. You know, as you wear it, things begin to settle down anyway. And this is how you do this particular hat. So until next time, Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. Have a great day, and we'll see you again very soon.